Hello and welcome back to Vintage Treasures. Now today I'm going to be trying a different type of format for my haul videos. I will show each item individually and then I will put it in this blue background back here. To have it in the background so you can focus on the item in front of the screen right here rather than everything at once. And the reason I did that before was because thumbnails are, you can only get them if your channel's verified. Just got my channel verified, so I can do thumbnails now. Don't gotta worry about YouTube picking out a good part of my video for the thumbnail. So, typically when you go yard sailing, the sale is either really good or it's a bust. And it just so happens to be usually that the first yard sale you go to is a bust. But not today. The first yard sale I went to, I got all these pins, which I'm going to make a separate video on. On my channel, I'm going to make a video just going through these pins. There's some Toys R Us stuff in there, WWF. Merchandise, stuff used at stores, beer. Anything you think of that's vintage or part of your childhood, it's in that bag. Or it's in this bag. Now the story behind these is I went to a yard sale. They were asking 25 cents a pin. By the time I went through, got all the ones I wanted, I was already paying $4. Now they were offering to just give the 2 bags for $5, so I took that instead. I also got a couple of figures there. I got this Batman. Like, he has a gun on his arm. The missile's not in there. If it had a missile, I can't really tell how you'd shoot that. Still cool. The paint's a little messed up, and he's missing a backpack, it looks, but pretty cool. I paid $1 for this, and I paid $1 for these, too. These are cool. So, if you are into Ninja Turtle collecting, you'd know these are pretty popular. These are from the 2002 line. They are the minis. They're not as small as the ones from the 90s, and 1993 they released them, which are this big, less than an inch. These are about 1.5 inches tall, and they look like they're part of the vintage line, so they look great in any turtle collection. So the next yard sale I went to, if you're a toy collector and not just watching these for entertainment, but to see what I got, well, I guess, anyways, you have to have shelving. You have to have shelving to have any collection or have knickknacks at all, really. So I picked up these. They're a little dusty, but I picked these up for $2, which are not bad. These do have things in the back, so you could put them on the wall, but they do not have to be on the wall. It's just optional. These could look great on a desk or something, or like on a really large shelf. You get these little shelves for small things. I did get these for small things because they're hard to display. The little tiny guys like the ants and little soldiers and all that. They look great on here because it's quite dense for small figures. It's kind of the same as Ninja Turtles. You don't want it too dense because you want to be able to see all the figures, but you also you want to be space efficient. So these are actually pretty good. I paid $2. And when you're buying shelves, make sure you get the hardware or it's useless. So the next yard sale I went to was a bust, but the one next to it, or a couple houses down, had a couple of DC figures from, I want to say, the early 2010s. I don't necessarily collect DC figures or anything from that era. I bought these most likely to sell, except there's a clay face in there that I didn't end up picking picking up because they used rubber for the arms, and the rubber was it was ripped, and you can see the plastic underneath. So I got this guy. I'm sorry, I do not know his name. If you could tell me in the comments, that would be nice. I don't know who this guy is. I'm not familiar. I read a couple of comics here and there, but I'm not really into the DC lore. I'm not really into any lore as far as comics go. But I do know, like, I know my basic stuff, like who Batman is and stuff like that, but I bought these mostly to sell. I sell to get money to buy more of stuff that I collect in my personal collection. So this, I got this guy. Again, tell me in the comments. I have no idea what his name is. Got the Superman. This reminds me of the Terminator. Obviously, it's pretty cool. He has his cape on. I don't know if it disattaches. I don't really know. I don't know what year this is from because it doesn't have a year on it. I know I have the comic that it might not be this particular time he turns into a robot, but I have a comic where he does turn into a robot. And then, lastly, I got this Batman. It's looked like he's maybe fought the Joker in some mud or something. He's got like dirt spots over him. This one's actually in really good condition overall. Probably the best one in the lot. That Superman would have took the cake, but he's got a lot of damage and wear and tear. Now, a little tip for people that are going out to yard sales, thrift stores, doing this themselves. If you ever go to an expensive yard sale, don't be afraid to look around because they might be expensive, but on certain items, they might have missed the mark a little bit and price something lower than what it sells for on eBay or secondhand collector stores because it can get pricey sometimes. I'm sure a lot of you guys know that. I didn't get anything for the collection in particular as far as toys go, and nor do I have a computer, but I got some floppy disks. These are AT&T floppy disks. And honestly, as I said, don't have a computer, but I just thought they looked cool. They have the case it came in. They have some instructions in here, and I like that they're branded. Of course, we have red, yellow, green, blue, and white. I think they just look cool for aesthetic purposes. And I could not pass it up for $1. Now, the next sale I went to was an absolute gold mine of vintage toys. Some of them was too old for me, really. There was some 60s toys in there, and stuff I don't collect, you know. I'm very particular because of space. Probably gonna sell this one. This is a new Muppets Babies squeeze toy from Caldor, and it looks like it costed them $1.50 on the sale. And I don't know if it's worth anything. I mean, it's cool looking. It's from Remco. I don't know. I don't collect Muppets, so I don't know. I bought this one to sell. Let's put that up there. And then from that same sale, I got sometimes sealed VHSs can go for a couple $100. I mean, I don't expect to get that off this, but it is sealed. Maybe I'll make $20 off it or something. I don't know. Sometimes you can get a lot of money on this. But before we get to this, the item I found at this sale, the DeGrail, and the one that's on the thumbnail, I wanted to show you these cool Pepsi advertisements I got. So I got these cool little Pepsi things. I'm guessing these were for stores to set up to advertise Pepsi, maybe around Halloween. Now there is two. There's a Dracula and there's a Frankenstein, but these things are sick. I can't really show them completely, but this will give you a good idea. Maybe you'll find it on Google. They're blow-ups. They're pretty cool. I don't have room to blow them up right now, but there's that one and there's a Dracula one. Now, I can get to the Grail piece of today. It may not be completely desirable to everyone, but I love this thing. This thing's beautiful to me. It's a water gun. It's not a super soaker or anything, but this is something you'd get at a corner store or a gas station, or in this case, a supermarket for $6.99. This thing's still on the card. It just looks completely vintage with the shapes up there and the splat. Almost reminds me of Nickelodeon. And then you have all the colors. It's just a beautiful piece. Not sun bleached. Now the stuff I got this, that toy over there, and I got the VHS for $1 each at this old dusty house. It's definitely worth it though, because this thing's cool, and it's unpunched, so that's pretty sick. Now, if you've enjoyed today's video, and love classic toys from the 70s, 80s, and 90s, that's what this channel's for. I present a lot of stuff that you might remember from when you were a kid, and consider subscribing to the channel. I post videos like this all the time. I post a lot of haul videos, actually. If you're interested in watching more, I have a whole catalog of them. I think I'm running around 20 right now. Get a lot of stuff at them. A lot of cool, interesting stuff. So yeah, consider subscribing. If you liked the video, and I will see you in the next video. Have a great rest of your day or night, and goodbye.